Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lucid, and we're jumping back into our game with early EA-Yomi. It's turn 11, and I've got turn 11, 12, and 13 to do for you. Turn 13 is my current turn. I've submitted it, so I've done all the work, but we can potentially change it, because the turn has not hosted yet. So, turn 11, a message from Abyssia. Let us take a minute to analyze the elvish method of fighting. They appear from under glamours, making it impossible to spot coming. They fight like women before retreating into their glamours. They sow dissension, disruption, and death to the good people of the Pancor system. They rape the livestock and slaughter the women and children for food. Okay, you can continue reading. Kind of humorous, though. Okay, so we attack here into some indies, and they are slaughtered. We'll just put it up so you can see the Dione in action. The wolves run forward. We bless ourselves. We have our upgraded Iron Skin script now, so our protection is up to a whopping 30. It's actually higher for our heads, 32 and 29 on the body. If you are not fatigued out, you're effectively immune, but at 45-50 fatigue, you will get some critical hits that are going to come through. But yeah, we are not very worried. I mean, this guy hits pretty hard. He's a barbarian with a greatsword, so it's pretty high damage. But you can see even him, he's having a lot of trouble getting through that. Lanka expands here. I think... No, this is not with his Pretender God. Okay. It is going to be nice for Lanka when he can afford to do a line formation. Don't think he lost anything, though. So, pretty efficient. We expand again. And I think we know how this is going to go. So by the time he is in combat, he's at 41 fatigue, which is about as high as I want him to get. And he manages to kill a few people, but mostly they're going to rout. Okay, so we got some kills here, that's good. He's probably going to get a heroic trait after this battle, due to killing quite a few dudes. Don't know if he's going to catch him before they get off the battlefield. Probably not. Okay. Just that one archer. So that was us here. And, okay, no heroic trait. We would see that at the bottom. Lanka is attacking the independents here. So this is the throne province he's pinging for us, because my plan was to bring a Dione in here. But we see they have death mages. And 1 death 2... this is a blood mage, so that doesn't matter. And this is another blood 1. I mean, death 1. But with the blood slaves, they can summon imps. The imps aren't as big of a problem. It is more the continuous stream of skelly spam. But even 1 death 2 is going to make this hard enough where it's not really worth it. I think that's all. So... and they also, I believe, have some gems. So this guy with a few gems, he's going to get the fatigue reduction when he spends the gems on Skelly Spam. It's going to be... It's like he's effectively Death 3 for the first 3 of the casts. And then these guys do a fair amount of damage. Yeah. So... Not totally sure about attacking here. Pretty sure we're going to avoid it for now. I'm not sure exactly what the requirement is, but I definitely need to be fatigue neutral, so we gotta wait at least till Conjuration 3. And then we can try it. So we have an event here in Ill Omens, that's not good. Unrest and Misfortune, and then Population Unrest, but I've gotten great events so far, so we did take luck scales, which we expect some good events, but I can't complain. Unfortunately, for Lanka, he gets attacked here by bandits. This is an event that requires you to have less than 6 PD. So I told him after this, hey dude, you gotta put 6 PD. And he said, dude, I don't have any money. Too cheap. I was like, well, look what it's costed you. You gotta come in and kill these dudes. So, anyway, yeah, he lost that. That was right up here. Not a huge amount of income, but... And, you know, he might have been expanding out of his cap anyway. But anyway, one more thing for him to do. And you can see he's only putting like 1 or whatever PD in all of his provinces. Which is good if you're expecting players to raid, but if you want to avoid the events, it's good to put more. You can see, okay, this one I put 10 in because I'm putting a palisades up. I actually kind of want to defend it. But you can see I've got 10 in all of my high-income provinces, and then I've got, like, this is high-income, but then in all the other ones I've got 6, and that's just to prevent the barbarian raiders. This one I kind of ran out of money, so I didn't have a chance to put it up. So we have run into Fomoria. They're here. They got a bunch of giants. Now there's a chance they outright attack me, but Fomoria, if you recall, I think I mentioned it, they are on a team by themselves. So, yeah, we are going to be eating them. But Fomorian giants are pretty tough, and I don't know what he took for a bless. I'm assuming it's like regen, and if it is regen, we have to be careful because it's very hard to kill a regenerating Fomorian giant, even with Dione. So in tests, 1 Dione has a chance to die against 6 Fomorian giants, but is very unlikely to kill one. He may cause a rout, which, you know, they can die in the retreat, but we're going to be careful. And it was one of those things, I think intuitively, I thought a Dione with very high protection and fear and skeletal body will do very well against the single pierce attack from Fomorian giants. But in tests, because I did test this, and it is worth, especially for your first army when you don't necessarily have good intuition about a unit interaction, to test it. I did test it, and they kind of need to be handled with care. They are a very tough unit. And we don't know what their bless is at this point, but I think it's probably regen. And anyway, so we're going to move both of them here. And the thought is these guys can sail, and they're amphibious, so they can cross here. So, and he probably does not know this army is here. He probably thinks this army is here. So if he wants to cordon off the maximum amount of space, there's a good chance he moves this army to this province. And if that is the case, and he probably doesn't know I can move here through the water province. Because, you know, maybe he sees I have Heat Dominion, I don't know. You know, he probably sees it in Lanka's, I don't know. Actually, he may not know we have Heat Dominion. But he may not think I can move here, and if he thinks I'm going to move here, he may think that his 5 or 6 Fomorian giants can kill me. So anyway, I'm going to commit with 2 Dione, and so if 2 Dione run into 6 giants, we're definitely going to win that. It's unclear how many we will kill, but we're definitely going to win. So that's the plan. We're going to do that. I thought about attacking him for a while. I kind of switched up my move orders. Meanwhile, we're going to start shuttling my barbarians to this front of the war. I'm going to try to keep them out of too much combat, but I do want them available for breaking down fort walls, which they're pretty good at because they have pretty high base strength. 12, so they're going to do 1.4 instead of 1, which is kind of like the standard in terms of siege strength, so they're 40% better than your normal human troop. They're not the 5.3, but I mean, if you think about it, it's like, what, 4 of them is equal to 1 Dione in terms of sieging? So, yeah, these Dione are not going to break through any forts, no surprise. Anyway, so we're going to go here. Hopefully we have a fight. Up here we're site searching, so hopefully we find some goodies. This Dione, he does not have gear. I'm kind of low on earth gems, so yeah, we're not making a hat for him. And I think I've been starting to think through what my kitting strategy is for these guys. And I've got some really good ideas. I'll let you speculate, but we're going to get their protection sky high, probably like high 30s. And then we're going to have options for defense-based thugging too, in case they come out with some of the good anti-Dione gear. But anyway, we'll see. It's going to be interesting. The thing The thing is you can counter demons, and Dione, I'm going to lean on them pretty hard. So playing Yomi well is a mix between taking full advantage of the Dione, but not overly relying on them, which is a very, very tricky balance. Oh, you can see here we got one of these guys. These are not undisciplined, so they can be put on guard commander. I'll do this later, but not this turn. But anyway. Which is nice, because then they can kind of help Thug with the Dione. The risk, though, is that if they retreat, they can cause a rout for the parent Dione. But anyway, they can be good. Probably not a good idea to just send them in and to die with the other demon troops. So, but right now I don't really have enough demon troops to make an army. My army is really made up just of these barbarians. You can see I've got some at my base, and they're building up to the point where I need to start thinking about moving them out. But I don't really have good options to. The other thing we're going to do when this palisade comes up, I'm going to have Lanka take control of the province and upgrade it to a palisade. To a fortress, because I cannot. My palisades are the max upgrade level, and that will give me 2 recruitment points, which will be kind of huge, so that I can get 1 dude a turn. And they don't get just kind of stomped through easily as soon as somebody looks at them. So I think we'll do that here. I'm probably going to focus my forts on the entrance points to the planet, and then also on high-income provinces. My mountains are probably just going to be temples, and then maybe temples and labs, depending on how much money I have. But that will be my infrastructure strategy. But I definitely want forts on choke points. And there's plenty and plenty of choke points on this map. Okay, so I think that's basically it for the movement. Not too much going on. In terms of research, we're heading up Conjuration. Once we get Conjuration 3, that'll be kind of good. I put it right here, Conjuration 4. I may change this, but that will give us Summon Earth Power. Conjuration 4 is going to give us the Shikomi, which I've got a ton of Death Gems. I would love to turn those into Shikomi for my first war. But right now I am not able to. So I think that's it for this turn. Let's go ahead and pull up the next one, which is turn 12. Oh, I'm mistaken. I have turn 14, which we're not going to get to, which is my current turn. So all the turns I'm going to show you this episode are turns that will have completed. Okay, so a message from Abyssia, if you want to read about elf hating. Okay, so this is actually talking about Lanka. I don't know exactly what he means, but he's talking about making Lanka great again. I've got Earth Gems from Lanka and Fire Gems, which he cannot spend either of those, but I think he got them from events, and then he also has a Magma Cave somewhere, right here. Or the Lava Lake. And I think he has an Earth site somewhere. Or maybe he gets it soon. But anyway, he sent me the Earth Gems he has. I can turn those into hammers, which I can do once I get Construction 2. And you can see I've rejiggered my research priorities around. We're only going to go for Conjuration 3, then we're heading up to Construction 3, hint hint. And then we are going for Conjuration 4. And then Alteration 4, which will give us Temper Flesh. This will be the Shikomi. And then Enchantment 3, which will give us Mound Kings, which are going to be pretty important. Those are coming at Enchantment 2. Those will let us shuffle our demons around. Enchantment 3 is going to give us Fire Shield, which will be good if we're fighting kind of a Chaff Nation or a Skelly Spam Nation. So that is that. In terms of battles, let's check these out. We are attacking into here. Bunch of human troops. Speed this forward. Okay, they run. We chop them up into little pieces. Not bad. Battle here. Lanka just man fights him. I don't think he took any losses there. Nope. A battle here. One of the biggest things about Awe is you don't get harassed down as much. So it actually Especially if you've got like a few elite troops, it matters a lot for keeping your defense decent. Okay, so we're attacking the Indies here, and notably that means Fomoria is not here. So it's a bit disappointing because we hope to kind of catch some of those giants. But here come our Dione running forward. Lanka has another battle. He kills the villains that had raided him. Not surprising. We have a famous hero. Let's go check him out. We got heroic battle prowess, so he has high attack skill, which is nice. Not one of the best ones, but not bad. We had a ghost general up here, and this is one of our national heroes. So he is Fierce 7, Death 2, he's ethereal, and he's immortal. So I can use him for kind of special ops to take out certain dudes. He's also a great leader. So I'm not totally sure how to use him. He's not quite... Okay, I mean, with a little bit of gear, he could be an excellent kind of thug. But he's not sacred, so he's not going to get our awesome bless. He's undead. I don't think the regeneration bless is going to work on him. And he's going to need some gear to really be really good in combat. He's also Death 2, which is not quite enough to do like Invulnerability, Soul Vortex later. We could potentially empower him if we need to empower a Death Mage. But kind of unlikely. So we'll have to see. I'm not sure how we're going to use him. But right now, he's definitely going to lead armies, because at least if the army dies, I get him back. So we're going to load up all our demon and our barbarians, and we're going to start doing our logistics shuffle of moving these guys towards the front line. Now, let's see if there's anything else. So that's it. So in terms of troop movement, the giants have disappeared. I don't know where they are. We're attacking in here with our Dione. Hopefully the giants moved here, and then they're going to come attack me, and we can bump. I'm also attacking Fomoria here, and I'm going to send him a little message saying... we'll go through kind of more full diplomacy here too, but saying, we're very sorry that you spawned on our planet, good sir, since that means we must war. And that's one of the kind of interesting things about this map, is because it's all kind of choke pointed up, it limits the amount in which you can kind of dogpile someone, because you really are limited in who you can fight. You do not have access to fight a ton of people. So, for example, we could fight Fomoria, or we could fight Agartha, who's up here, and that's about it. So, yeah, it's pretty obvious when he's on a planet with two teammates that we're going to attack him. And, like, he can't even get off the planet without attacking us. Like, we control the only ways off the planet. So, war is inevitable. I mean, he must know this. I feel bad, because he doesn't even have a partner to come attack us. So, I'm almost a little regretful that I let him join as a single player. It certainly doesn't seem very fair to get ganged up on, but he was fully aware that this was going to happen when he joined. I think he had said when he joined the game that I always get 2v1'd anyway, so I might as well do that in Disciples game. So, okay. I guess he gets his wish now. There's a single Furblike champion here. I don't know if this is his prophet, or if this guy's building a fort. Either way, we're going to attack. So the formation here, these guys are going to be in front and shoot, and then these guys are going to run in past them. Not sure if that's exactly ideal, but hopefully it works. We're going to be attacking here. Up here, we did not find any sites, which is unfortunate. I'm going to spend a Dione turn building a lab, which is not something I really want to do. But I don't really have a ton of other mages running around. And I don't want to spend, I definitely don't want to move this guy all the way up here. So anyway, we're going to do this to get our next mage center going. He's going to build a lab, and then he'll probably move this way and either site search or go after one of the thrones. We're going to site search as we move now with this Dione because like this is not a terribly high income province, so I'm not really worried about taking it super soon. And we want to be mage turn efficient with our Dione. They kind of suck as researchers, but they're great as site searchers, so there's no point even having these guys sit around in the lab, even though like right now I'm site searching, but I'm not really getting any gems that I can... I mean, I'm not really able to use a lot of the gems. Like the fire and the death gems, I'm not really able to use until I get construction up some. Lanka is going for construction 4, so very soon I'll be able to send him a hammer once I get construction 2 and my death gems, and he can start cranking out skull mentors, and we can get our horrible little research machine flying. But for now, anyway, we're site searching. And I think that's basically it. Yeah, these guys are coming in. We've just got a trickle of dudes who are going to kind of come up here and eventually storm whatever Fomoria has over here. So that is it. We're going to do one more turn, and that will be turn 13. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to call it in for this episode. I think I'm going to put 13 and 14 on their own episode. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.